Good day, stoners. It's that time again. It's time to wake up with your girl. Yeah. So let's see what the calendar has to say first. It says today is Friday, July 21st. Buzz Killer Eddie, the emotional one. The emotional one who thinks smoking weed means expressing deep emotions about relationships and work. This is not only a downer, but also completely defeats the purpose of getting high. The emotional one needs to know the smoking boundaries. Just because people are getting together to smoke weed doesn't mean this emotional one can bare his soul like he's at an AA meeting. Know anybody like that? Blast your stoner music or sound of the TV while it plays a stoner movie to blatantly point out you aren't listening to emo music or a chick flick. If this doesn't work, you need to be as insensitive as possible until he cries himself to sleep. Okay. He's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear about your motherfucking toes. Your ingrown fucking toenails. And how long you've been dealing with it. Ingrown toenail problems. Dead puppy problems. It's sad, but it's like, damn, man, you blowing everybody else's eye with your problems that you can get handled. You'll be okay. Your mom used to beat you with a belt. Problems. Like, nah. I feel it. I feel it. It's funny. Hope everybody's smoking on something good. I'm smoking on good old Derp and Poison still. Hopefully I'll get some more sap. So what should we talk about today? So not going to be anything out of the Vegas cannabis mag. Because we did that to death. We beat that with a stick. So, fortunately, the link sends us to other magazines related to it, like the brand new Cali magazine. And we got issue number 1. Even though we got to backtrack on the Vegas magazines and the Colorado magazines. But, and as far as things go here locally, it's still like, they still pinching our weed, like giving us like a couple of grams at a time. To the point that prices are street prices now. $10, $11 a gram. Sad. It's devastated. We thinking the weed was gonna go all the way down. The weed went up. It's still going bad. Maybe it's some good news in California. We got it going on in here. We got cheese in the house. We got Durban poison in the house. We got it all. Let's see. Let's see who's legal according to normal.com. That's what we can do. Let's see what states are legal now. Because I know a lot of states have been coming up. We haven't reviewed it lately. So let's just do it now. Let's spend the whole session talking about who's legal and who's not. No, not who's not. Who's legal and how. That's better. Normal.org/states is where you go to check and see if your state is legal and how. And then I'd say yeah, man. I'd say check your states. It's going to be legal federally. I feel it in my bones. Because people are really starting to attack the press, I guess, or the people that represent the government publicly now, talking about why they shouldn't be so hateful against marijuana. So they're alphabetical order. So I'm just going to go in alphabetical order. Starting with Alabama. Oregon is legal for sure. We know that. But we're still going to go over it. Because everybody somehow don't know that. I be thinking, everybody know this. Everybody know this. This is common news. It's not. People in the state don't even know they own laws. Thinking weed is illegal still. You'd be surprised how many people in your own state still think it's illegal and it's not. Being paranoid for nothing. Sad. It's very sad. So Alabama law penalties. Possession, misdemeanor, 1 year. Any amount. All right. That goes for trafficking, cultivation, hash and concentrates, paraphernalia, and 6 months driver's license suspension. Why did I think that was legal? I don't know. I'm just going to alphabetical order. I didn't think that was legal. Medical CBD. It says this state has passed a medical CBD law allowing for the use of cannabis extracts that are high in CBD and low in THC to treat severe debilitating epileptic conditions. So that's a plus. I don't remember when or how long it took them to get that, but they got it. Yay. CBD. So it's not all bad. What's A or R? HIJKL. Not slang. Alaska. We know they're legal. They got, I forgot what, but let's see. I know they got something. And they supposedly had medical for like, since the 90s, I read somewhere. Alaska. Personal use is good up to 4 ounces in your residence. Woo! They doing it. You cannot sell it. It's a misdemeanor. Cultivation is cool. Hash and concentrates is a misdemeanor. What? Possession of 3 grams or less. Well, and it goes into more details about this stuff. I'm just skimming it. Oh man, the drug driving laws. They have drug driving laws. I forgot to read that one about Alabama. About whatchamacallit. But if they don't let you have THC, then of course they're going to be tripping about driving. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Hi. Yeah, man. So they have medical marijuana laws enacted at the end of the day. It says at the bottom. This is nice. This is nice. So this will take the whole session. Arizona, if you don't know, you finna know now. Okay, possession less than 2 pounds. Hold on. I'm gonna just go to the bottom. Let's see if they got medical. If they got medical, they're gonna get wrecked. Or they can at least get wrecked. Medical marijuana law enacted. Wow. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Let's make it way faster. Alright. So if you want to know the details about how long you can go to jail for having it recreationally, they said they're gonna try it again. I think I read somewhere. Arizona's gonna try it again. They're gonna try to get rec again. Since they lost the last time, which was so crazy. Just so crazy. Gave us something to do. Ah, damn. Sad face. Drug tester. Gotta get drug tested. I'll smoke for you then. Until you can. Unless you do one of those jobs where you just ain't gonna never be able to smoke. Arkansas. I have very low hopes for Arkansas. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. You can't smoke and you still love the smoking community. You know, I love that. We love that. I got a buddy like that. He don't smoke yet, but he act like he wanna smoke so fucking bad. He just don't yet. Oh shit. Let's see what they say. Medical marijuana laws enacted. Oh, in Arkansas. So what does that mean? Less than 4 ounces. First offense is a misdemeanor. Possession, delivery, 14 grams or less is a misdemeanor. Trafficking 500 pounds or more is a felony. That's it, that's all. Anyway, I'm not going to go into detail about this. I just wanted to make sure. Simple possession, though. So, if you have a medical marijuana card, you good. I promise. Stocking sounds stupid easy. That's a stoner job. But they said no smoking, no smoking. Well, they'll still prosecute you, I guess, if you don't have a medical card. Yeah, use your legs. Lift with your legs. California. Do we really have to do California? No. Colorado? No. I'm not doing those. I'm skipping those. That's just a waste of my breath. I need to roll up another blunt. Connecticut. Let's do Connecticut. Medical marijuana. The state has medical marijuana laws enacted. So what does that mean? That means they got, okay. Modern research suggests that cannabis is a valuable aid in the treatment of a wide range of clinical applications. So you got to go in there and check it out. And they tell you which one, which drugs, which conditions you need to qualify for. Okay, so decriminalization, this explains even more. The state has decriminalized marijuana to some degree. Typically, decriminalization means no prison time or criminal record for first-time possession or a small amount of personal consumption. The conduct is treated like a minor traffic violation. Oh, very, very interesting. That makes more sense. Connecticut. Delaware. Last time I checked, we had 28 legal states for medical, I think. They have laws enacted and they have decriminalized it to some degree. So up to an ounce is a civil penalty, no incarceration, but $100 fine. So getting caught is still a thing. You know, that's basically what I'm interested in. Is getting caught a thing still? Can people be like, oh, if you do this, you're getting caught. You get caught, you're going to be like in trouble. Otherwise, getting caught is just not a thing. Like, if you got rec and medical, or if you got medical, you can't get caught. If you got rec and medical, you just can't get caught. But if you don't have medical and you need medical, you can get caught type shit. It's just such a thin line. For each state. All right. District of Columbia? That's a state? Whatever. I don't care no more. I don't keep up with this shit. 2 ounces or less. Oh, no penalty, no incarceration, and no fine. 6 plants or less, 000. And laws enacted. Legalization. This state has legalized marijuana for personal use. That's what it says. It didn't say to some degree we decriminalized it. So, more than 2 ounces, though, is a misdemeanor. 6 months and $1,000. Initiative 71 took effect on 2/26/15. Permits adults 21 years of age or older to possess up to 2 ounces of marijuana in one's primary residence without penalty, blah, 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 blah. Details at normal.org. Ooh. Let's see. I'm gonna roll up. We did District of Columbia. Oh, we ain't even there. I don't even know where that is. Florida. $20 or less is a misdemeanor, 1 year and $1,000. Medicinal, medical CBD, and medical marijuana. Let's see what they say about that. Medical CBD is allowed. They have medical marijuana enacted. But getting caught is still a thing there. Georgia. I'm supposed to be rolling up. 1 ounce or less is a misdemeanor and a year in jail. $1,000. More than ounce is a felony. 1 to 10 years in jail plus $5,000. They got medical CBD. The state has passed a medical CBD law allowing for the use of cannabis extracts that are high in CBD and low in THC for epileptic conditions. So they're moving ahead. They're not 100%, but progress is better than nothing. Interesting. So, Guam, come on now. I gotta keep up. Like, I really do. Where the fuck is Guam? I don't even know where the fuck it is. Less than an ounce is not classified. No information about incarceration, but you will get charged $100 if you live in Guam. I don't know nobody in Guam. Somehow. The state has decriminalized marijuana to some degree, and they have medical marijuana law enacted. End of story. And it goes into detail. Not a lot of detail. Because where the fuck is Guam? Oh shit. Hawaii. Less than an ounce is a misdemeanor. 30 days and $1,000. Damn. To the good part, it says medical marijuana law enacted. They have a hemp industry also. And conditional release. Why did I think Hawaii was all the way legal? This could not be all the way updated either, but as of, for the record, just to be able to keep track, I'm going with it. I'm not in those states, so it's really not that important. But if you're in one of those states, it's way more important. So you know better than me. But as far as normal says today, this is what it is. They don't keep up with it like I keep up with it. For some reason, they don't post it like right away when somebody get legal. Who's legal and what and how. It's just like that. Idaho. I have very low hope for them too, but when we federal, everybody just gonna have to shut the fuck up. Just take it with a grain of salt. Right now, up to 3 ounces is a misdemeanor when you're in $1,000. Idaho potato. Let's boycott the potatoes. So they can weed. Ah, shit. Okay. The book? That's crazy. Damn, I got like smoke caught in my throat. I'm trying to grind this shit up. Halfway through the list or no? Yep, Illinois. I heard they're doing good things too. 10 grams or less is a civil violation, no incarceration, and $200 if you get caught. Only. So if you get your weed in-house, smoke it up, you good. You Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Yeah, it's so funny. Let's see. What else? They have decriminalized marijuana to some degree. They have a hip industry. Conditional release if you get caught. Mandatory minimum sentences. Let's not get into that. Medical marijuana law enacted. Because that's just too much right now for my brain. It's too early for all of this. But dun, dun, dun. I think this is halfway. I'm not sure. But Indiana. What does Indiana have to offer everybody? So people will want to go to Indiana before the weed is legal. Medical CBD, drug driving, hemp, conditional releases. Doesn't look like they fucking with it. Any amount, misdemeanor, 180 days, and $1,000. There you go. Indiana. We ain't gotta look no further. Iowa, Iowa. Any amount, first offense, misdemeanor, 6 months, $1,000. Conditional release, drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, medical CBD. All right there at the top. I really didn't even have to go far down to the bottom. It's plain and simple. Slap you in the face right there. Kansas. Oh, man. We was doing good until we got to all the illegal states. Conditional release, drug driving laws, mandatory minimum sentences, any amount, misdemeanor, 6 months, $1,000. All right. Sorry, Kansas. Someday after the rainbow. Kentucky laws. Kentucky fried chicken laws. Do they fry a lot of chicken in Kentucky? I'm funny. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry. Less than 8 ounces is a misdemeanor, 45 days incarceration, $250 fine. Man, whatever, all this shit. I swear it's over, though. It's over. I don't give a fuck what this shit say. I'm just putting it out there right now. This shit is over. Like I said, it's just a matter of time when they flip that switch. It's a wrap for all this shit. Louisiana, drug driving, mandatory minimum sentences. Oh, medical marijuana, 14 grams or less is not classified. 15 days, $300. Wow. First offense only. That's pretty damn good. Mandatory minimum sentences, though. They better than some places. It's like you want to just say certain regions is going to be like that all the time, but this shit is real, man. This ain't no game. This is real medicine. This is saving people's lives, so they got to really look at the facts and just know this is not a game. This is not a race. This is not a game. This shit is serious. You letting people in your city, in your state, die before they even able to live by not getting this shit legal. Maine, pretty sure they doing good because they've been legal for a while now, right? We celebrated for them. Maine, 2.5 ounces or less, no penalty, no incarceration, $0. Drug driving laws, hemp industry, legalization, and medical marijuana laws. Let's see what they legalization say. This state is legalized medical marijuana for personal use. Pink, pink, pow. We did celebrate them because we was calling them Mainers. Yep. Maryland, decriminalization, drug driving laws, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentences, and they do have medical marijuana, but possession for personal use, less than 10 grams, civil offense, no incarceration, $100. Okay, I skipped that personal use part. Maybe that's what it means. If you don't have your medical card, you're only using it for recreational use. Right now, it's not the time to do that. If you're gonna get caught. Dang, who was that? Was that Maryland that I just did? Yep. Maryland. Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure they're legal now too. Conditional release drug driving. They are legal. Mandatory minimum sentences. Medical marijuana. So for personal use, up to 1 ounce, no penalty, no incarceration, and no fine. More than an ounce first offense. It's a misdemeanor though, 6 months and $500. So that's what the mandatory minimum sentence is about. Michigan, they're doing good things. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp, and medical marijuana. Possession, any amount, as a misdemeanor, 1 year for $2,000 and $2,000 in a park specifically. They said so. I guess they having issues in parks. People just go in there and park and smoke. Misdemeanor or felony, 2 years and $2,000. Use of marijuana, misdemeanor, 90 days and $100 only. So if you smoke it, you smell like it or something, and it's in your system. But they do have medical marijuana and the hemp industry. So that's a plus. Moving along. Michigan, I just said them. Minnesota, there's so many M's. I'm getting confused now. Get lost. Conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, hemp, medical marijuana. 42.5 grams or less is a misdemeanor, no incarceration, and $200. Ain't that like 2 ounces? That's almost 2 ounces. More than 45.2 grams or less than 10 kilos is a felony. 5 years, $10,000. That's just possession. So, yeah, conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, hemp industry, and medical marijuana. Maine. But they do have medical. Very good, very good. I mean, what is that? What's that, man? Shoot. Let me see. No, that's Minnesota. The word, man, confused me. Minnesota, that's what that is. Minnesota. Where the Mall of America is, I think. Why would you want to get on a roller coaster high? Nobody should want to get on a roller coaster high anyway. Decriminalization, drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, and medical CBD. Possession, 30 grams or less. First offense is no penalty, no incarceration, and $250 maximum fine. Caught. Hey. Minnesota. Conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, hemp industry, medical marijuana. 42. I just did Minnesota. Damn. I swear, if it wasn't for that odd ass number, I would have forgot. Mississippi. I would have totally forgot. Decriminalization, drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, medical CBD, 30 grams or less first offense, no penalty, no incarceration, max fine $250. They got medical CBD. Very fucking nice. And in detail what those mean. what decriminalization of drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, and medical CBD means. It's at the bottom. Missouri. Decriminalization, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentences, and medical CBD. Possession up to 10 grams versus fifth misdemeanor. No incarceration and a maximum $500 fine. 5 hunchos for 10 grams. Ooh. Just don't carry it in your car. Use the extra strength Febreze. Montana laws, conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentence, and medical marijuana laws. Personal use possession, 60 grams or less, first offense, misdemeanor, 6 months. Got a cord away. And $500 maximum fine. Nebraska. Finally got them M's. Conditional release. Decriminalization. Drug driving, hemp laws, mandatory minimum sentence. Possession, 1 ounce or less, first offense, infraction penalty. No information on incarceration, and the maximum fine is 3 hunchos. Nevada. Do we really need to do Nevada? Let's do it. Let's just do it. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry, legalization, mandatory minimum sentence, medical marijuana, personal use up to 1 ounce is no penalty, no incarceration, and no max fine. Just to verify that they are up to date, at least on us. Because who done got legal that for us? Maine, and they got that up to date. So this is pretty fucking up to date. If they got us on there, they got Maine on here. And Massachusetts, I think, is trying to be next. So, what else? Possession or use in public is a misdemeanor, though. No incarceration. Owning more than 1 ounce is a misdemeanor if you don't have a medical card. And $600 maximum fine for either or. Puts together $1,200. It's kind of hard to get caught in public if you're not like standing right next to a police officer. Then that's your fucking fault for being a dumbass. Unless they was undercover, and then if they get you, then I don't know how undercovers work. Like they might and they might not be into that. Busting potheads. New Hampshire laws. Drug driving and medical marijuana. Any amount possession is a misdemeanor and 1 year incarceration, $350 max fine. Alrighty. So it's fine. I gotta speed this up. Whoa, hold on. New Hampshire. Let's do this. Let's do this. New Jersey. I'm gonna make this a special then. This is a little bit lengthy. So this is gonna be a special. This is a special sesh. We're here a little longer than I'll usually be here. But this is some good stuff. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. New Jersey. Conditional release drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, medical marijuana laws, possession of 50 grams or less. Disorderly person is the penalty. 6 months incarceration, $1,000 max fine. More than 50 grams is a crime. 1.5 years incarceration, $25,000 in jail, etc., etc. They got specific rules about having it within 1,000 feet of school. Adds 100,000. Adds 100 hours of community services, as well as additional fines. Must be a lot of schools around there. I don't know nothing about New Jersey. Other than what I saw on TV, they have people that speak like they're from New York almost. New Mexico. Boy, we all over the map. Drug driving and medical marijuana. 1 ounce or less. First offense is a misdemeanor, 15 days, and a $100 fine. New York. Decriminalization, drug driving, hemp, mandatory minimum sentences, and medical marijuana possession. 25 grams or less, first offense, not classified, no incarceration, $100 fine. 25 grams or less, second offense, not classified, no incarceration, $200 fine. And the list goes on. Everybody's so specific about this, so it's good to know. North Carolina laws, conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentence, medical CBD laws, personal use up to a half gram is a misdemeanor, no incarceration, $200, and they get really picky about it, and it goes up from there. Oh, half gram. Let's have brown. Hey, you know what? We can't complain. A half gram being the rule, that's better than 0 grams, okay? Cause shit, I could have sworn like 10 years ago or more. I don't know. I know it was a point in time where none of this was happening. So this is progress. So let's be happy. Yeah. Cheers. Where was that? North Dakota. That's my letter. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentence, medical marijuana laws enacted. Possession 1 ounce or less is misdemeanor, 30 days incarceration, max fine $1,500, and it goes up. Ohio. I guess Ohio and Idaho and Iowa all mixed up sometimes. I'm glad this is on paper so I can just read it. Conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, and medical marijuana laws enacted. Possession less than 100 grams is a misdemeanor. No incarceration as far as we know. There's no information. Max fine is $150. Anywhere from 100 to 200 grams is 30 days. Incarcerated. Misdemeanor, $250. Fine. Oklahoma. Conditional release, drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence, medical CBD, possession, any amount, first offense, misdemeanor, 1 year in jail, incarceration, max fine of $1,000. I'm not even gonna boo these states because, like I said, once that switch is flipped, it's flipped. Oregon, drug driving, hemp industry, legalization for, I guess, rec. That's what that means. Medical marijuana. So yeah, both. That's what it is. In public, possession is 1 ounce or less, no penalty, no incarceration, and no fine. More than an ounce to 2 ounces, violation, no incarceration, as far as we know, $650 max fine. At home, 8 ounces or less, homegrown, no penalty, no incarceration, no fine. And they got more details there, in case you didn't know. Pennsylvania, conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry, and medical marijuana. Possession of 30 grams or less, misdemeanor, 30 days, $500 max fine. Puerto Rico, conditional release and medical marijuana. Possession any amount. First offense is felony, 2 to 5 years, $5,000 max fine. Wow. In the story. Subsequent offenses, 4 to 10 years and a $5,000 max fine. Well then, Rhode Island. Conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentences, medical marijuana, possession, personal use, less than an ounce is a civil violation, no incarceration, and $150 max fine. And it goes up from there. South Carolina. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentence, medical CBD, possession of an ounce or less, first offense, misdemeanor, 30 days incarceration, max fine $200. After that, misdemeanor, a year incarceration, $2,000 max fine. Know your laws. Know your laws, daughters. What was that? South Dakota? Nope, that's South Carolina. So now we're going to do South Dakota. Drug driving, mandatory minimum sentence. Possession 2 ounces or less is a misdemeanor, 1 year incarceration, max fine $2,000, and it goes up from there. I got weed on my fingers. Tennessee. Drug driving, hemp industry, medical CBD, possession, 1/2 ounce or less, first offense, misdemeanor, 1 year, $250, max fine, 1/2 ounce or less. After that is a misdemeanor, a year incarceration, $500 max fines. Fines for possession are mandatory. Texas. Drug driving, mandatory minimum sentences, possession 2 ounces or less, misdemeanor, 180 days incarceration, $2,000 max fine, and it goes up there from there. Mandatory minimum sentences, they said. Seriously, you going to jail. They don't give a fuck. I thought they had CBD laws enacted. I don't know. I didn't see that on there. I could have sworn they was trying. Oh, they was trying to get CBD or something like that. They trying to get there though. I have hope for Texas, even though most people don't. Utah, drug driving, hemp. I don't have hope for them though. Utah, and Iowa and Ohio and them like that. I have no hope for them. Possession, but like I said, it don't matter what they say. The state say. Once it's federal, it's federal. They're just gonna have to just suck it up. Less than an ounce, misdemeanor, 6 months, and $1,000. And then we gonna start suing companies for discrimination. Discrimination. That's what I mean. Look, for not hiring people that smoke weed. The discrimination laws is gonna start going in. Like, oh, yeah, we got another reason to be like protesting. You thought we was gone because we got our weed. Now we want some fucking jobs other than weed jobs. Vermont laws. We like the weed jobs though. Conditional release. They're just really hard, I heard. Conditional release, decriminalization, drug driving, hemp, and medical marijuana, 1 ounce or less. First offense, civil violation, no incarceration, $200, and go up from there. I mean, you can get a job being a pothead. You just gotta be a smart pothead. A physically capable pothead. Everybody can't fucking work anyway. You know? Everybody that need weed is not always old enough to work. So, anyway. So, we know this. Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands is included in this? This is crazy. I didn't know none of this. Conditional release, decriminalization, mandatory minimum sentence, possession, 1 ounce or less, civil offense, no incarceration as far as we know, max fine, $200. This is 2017. Everything is changing. We done erased one of the planets. We got extra states. We got an extra zodiac sign. Dudes wearing makeup. Virginia laws. The turn up is too real. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp, mandatory minimum sentence, medical CBD, less than a half ounce first offense, misdemeanor, 30 days incarceration, max fine, $500, less than a half ounce subsequent offense, misdemeanor, a year in jail, $2,500 max fine. Sad face. And I really want to go to Virginia, but I'll wait. Washington. Conditional release, drug driving, hemp, legalization, mandatory minimum sentence, and medical marijuana. Personal use, possession, 1 ounce or less. Private possession, consumption, no criminal penalty, no incarceration, and $0 fine. 1 ounce or less. Public consumption, though, it's a civil penalty, no incarceration, a max fine of $100. And it goes up from there for public consumption. Mandatory minimum sentences. For the ones that they have sentences for. West Virginia, conditional release, drug driving, hemp industry, mandatory minimum sentences, and medical marijuana. Any amount possession is a misdemeanor. 90 days to 6 months. Incarcerated, max fine of $1,000. Period. They don't give a fuck about nothing else. They're not finna weigh that shit up and then weigh out your sentence. You're going to jail for 90 days to 6 months and you paying $1,000. I don't give a fuck if it was a roach. Oh my god. This is terrible. But it's funny because this shit is over. You know, it's sad right now, but when the switch is flipped, it's flipped. Y'all just need to pay attention. Because not paying attention and being in a legal state, thinking you smoking illegal weed, it's just not the business. Wisconsin. Conditional release, drug driving, medical CBD, possession, any amount. First offense is misdemeanor, 6 months in jail, and $1,000 max fine. Any amount after that is a felony. 3.5 years in jail and $10,000 max fine. This shit is good to fucking know, right? Because, yeah. Because I was a hair away from having a fucking felony. Living in that living in Wisconsin. Yeah. Let me see. What's the next one? Last but not least, Wyoming, in the middle of nowhere. Conditional release, drug driving, and medical CBD. Possession, persons under the influence. They will stick you with a needle to find out if you are under the influence. That's what that means. Misdemeanor, 6 months incarceration, $750 max fine. 3 ounces or less. Misdemeanor, 12 months, $1,000 max fine. And it goes up from there. So, they will weigh your shit up. And then they will weigh out your motherfucking fine and your incarceration and your penalty. They will do that much. Like, if you're going to play with the drugs, I think you're interested in the drugs. I heard that with coke, those people be playing, they be packing it up and stuff, and I think to myself, it must get in their nose. It's powder. You fucking with it all day. And you touching it all day. And it would absorb into their fingers. I know they just gotta get addicted to it somehow. So the people that's wearing a weed, why would you play with it if you don't like it? Some states you'd be like, throw all that shit under the bus. Roaches, pounds, you going to jail, and you paying this much money. Throw away that shit up. Don't touch that shit, get it out my face. You know? You either love it or you hate it. Why you playing with it, Wyoming? States is weighing up our weed. They like it a little. They probably be smoking it. But anyway, our time is up. I got shit to do. I know you do too. So let's get our asses to work. Right? Stay legal. Smoke responsibly. Be safe. Where it's not legal. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Yeah, have a high ass, dank ass, baked ass, incredible ass day. Thanks for rolling with me. Incredible, edible ass day.